everyone, welcome back. It's Angela. Lovely to have you guys here with me again today. I do want to say a very warm welcome. I've got so many new subscribers. So lovely of you to join my channel, and of course to my long-standing subscribers. I couldn't do this without you guys, so a very special warm welcome to you as well. Right, I've got a little project today. I've been playing around. I've got lots of options I wanted to share with you with it, so I have put a few things together, and I'm quite excited because it's with one sheet of paper. And it has so many variants that you could possibly do. I'm going to share a few of those with you today. All right, so let's have a look at it because I know you're going to love it. This is just the first one I did, and what we've got here is a little pocket, lots of pockets. Lots of pockets. So I've got a let's just take that all out. I've got a pocket at the back here, and I've got a pocket in the front here, and then I've just popped in a couple of things that I made, and some things that were lying on my desk. So one of these, I can't remember if I've done a little thing on that, but that's really pretty. And then I have got a little card at the back, and I'm just putting those in there just to sort of mock up what I'm trying to show you. I've decorated that bottom pocket there. When you open it up like this, you've got two pockets on the inside, so I've just decorated those up here with a couple of goodies. So these are just bits and pieces that I had about, so those go into that pocket over there. And then, of course, the same over here with a couple of goodies. But what I wanted to show you with is the kind of things that you can do with this, which are quite interesting. All right, so I'm going to show you after in a minute. Oh, let me show you quickly. So I've just got a page that I folded in half here. So this is the edge of the page. So what you could do with this is you could stick that down completely, like that on the edge, and you could have this as like a little flip out beyond the page. All right, you could do that, or you could stick it the bottom bit here as on those two sides, and have this as a little tuck spot behind here as well as a flip out. You could do that. The other thing I thought you could do is you could lift this page up. I'll show you with the next one really, because I've decorated that. You could stick that as a page wrap, so you've got a flip on this side, and then you could have this decorated and have this as a tuck spot on that side. Right, so there are lots of things that you could do with this. You could also just clip it in, decorate it on all sides, and clip it in with a paper clip over there as well. All right, so it's removable. So there are lots of things you could do with this, and the great thing is I had all these printed pages, and I wanted to do something that was quick, easy, that we could make a lot of, and have on hand. All right, it really is going to be such a fast video. So that's the first one I did. All right, then I thought, no, what happens if we don't print and don't use digitals? Because I do have a lot of subscribers that say to me, oh, I don't buy digitals because I don't have a printer, or I don't know how to work with digitals, or whatever reason. So I thought, okay, let's make something the same kind of thing, but let's make it just with tea stain paper, or if you use coffee stain paper. So I did that as well. All right, so here we have a little sample of what I've made. All I've done here is used fussy cut flowers, a couple of labels and butterflies, and everything else. There's no digital here at all. This is purely my tea stain paper, and I actually liked how this came out really even better than the other one. So again, I've just used my scraps to make these little tags. You've seen me make these before. I've put one of my fussy cut flowers on here, and actually I've printed these two to a page, and I brought it up here to show you what I'm on about. And you can see I've cut out quite a few, but that's the normal page you would have, and they would be bigger, twice the size. And now I've printed two to a page. You can have them half the size, and these are great for what I was using. Let me show you at the back here. I used the smaller ones. You can see that one over there. And then this is the bigger one. And then I've got a bigger one on there. And I've used smaller ones and bigger ones inside as well, which I'll show you shortly. Right, so you can see I've just stenciled behind there. Stenciled here. I've used some labels. These are from chapter 1. These are just my sentiments that are in my shop, along with these fussy cut flowers. So I'm really loving how this turned out. So that was really pretty. And then as you open that up on the inside, I haven't finished here, but I was just playing around with my stencil, some labels. I've stuck these down, and then I would put something like, or a tag when it's finished, into these bits, or little envelopes, or whatever I choose to put in there. All right, so we've got that. And then this is what I wanted to show you. So let's just put that back in there. If you wanted to have this as a wrap, for example, you could wrap it around and just paper clip it there. And on that side I decorated it so that you could see, and then you could use that as a tuck spot as well. All right, so that's what we're going to make. We're going to make some of these. And I've just been using various papers, as I say. So I've used, you can see they're not quite the same length. I have gauged the fold up for the pocket, but I'm going to give you some ways to work with this so that you can make this with whatever size paper you have. All right, so let's put those to the side at the top there, and I don't need that anymore. So whether you're using a printed digital or if you're using tea stain paper, this is what you need to do. So grab a bone folder or a butter knife, go get a ruler, you'll need one of those, and you just want a pencil. So that's all you need to do this, and a sheet of paper. Now I'm going to just take just another one of my digitals that I have loads of them printed into those pockets. It was printed with this on the one side, and I went and just printed this on the other side. So it doesn't really matter. I just want to use this to show you how I get to this. So let's have a look at that. So the first thing you want to do is, irrespective of the length of your paper, this is A4. So A4 is 29.5 centimeters more or less, or 11 3/4 in width. If you have got the shorter, I think the US is 11. That doesn't matter. What I want to do is divide this into 3. All right, so whatever your paper is, divide it into 3. And with me, I thought centimeters were easier for me. And I'll tell you what it is in inches in a minute. But you just want to do the in 3. Now, if you don't have to go and measure it like I am, and I'll show you another way in a minute, but I do know that it is 9.9 centimeters that side, and I know it's 19.8 on that side there. In inches, that is I'm not good with the eighths. It is 3 7/8 inches that side, and 7, oh sorry, yeah, so 3, you make a mark at 3 7/8, and then you make another mark at 7 3/4 of an inch. All right, and then the end. So going to just do the same on the other side, just to give me something to match it up to, and I'll show you, as I said, in a minute, the other way you can do this without measuring it all. All right, so I've got my little marks here. Now before I do this, the other way you can do this is gauge the thirds by just going like this. All right, you can do it like this, and you'll be able to do that way as well. I don't want to press it because I'm going to be doing it anyway. But if you just marry it up like that, if I press that down, you've got a decent enough gauge. All right, so what I want to do is, and I am folding it in a Z shape. Let me just move this up a little bit. All right, so I just want to get that up there and match that up there. So there we have the one. And then I'm just taking my burn folder just to get this all how I want the score the lines. Sorry, what am I on about? Right, just making that there and there, I think. Yeah, that's my 2 marks. Okay, so we've got that there. This doesn't have to be perfect, but what you do want to do is, I want the paper to be, I think I'm going to go with this way because that's where the writing is, so I will be turning this up for the pockets in a minute. So the first thing I want to do is just to fold on that line over there, so I'm going to just do that. And that's great, so we can just go like that, and then just use your bone folder and just make that a nice firm fold. And then with that one turning in, I want this one to turn the other way. All right, so we want that this way. So you've got your mark there anyway. And then we want to go like that with that side as well. Okay. Right, so we've got our 2 sides like that. All right, so when you look at it from the top, you can see it's like a Z. All right. So that's how we're going to have it. Now, what we want to do here is, I want to fold this up, and I'm going to tell you, I'm gauging it here, how I want it. I think that's about where I want it. And I'll tell you how far that is once I have just made that nice and flat. I think it's about 2.5 inches. Oh, just 2.25 inches really. All right, or 5.5 centimeters. Okay, so that's what I'm quite like, and I quite like the way those papers work together. It's really pretty. So I'll have to finish this one at a different point. But I just want to show you what you do from here. All right, now go and fold this back again now that you've got your pocket here. So let's just fold that like that. All right, and then let's just fold this like this. Now, this inspired me because I do a very similar thing in my envelope that you saw for exciting envelopes. So now it's just not within the envelope, very similar kind of thing. All right, so we've got that again like that. Everything is now nice and burnished with this, and you can't go wrong once you've done it with this. It just lays nicely. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to fold this back, and you can decide how far or you'd want this or don't want this. Now it's not going to stay on this side, but I'm just gauging it here again. We just want to make sure that nice and flat. Now you can leave that there if you want and have the flap to journal underneath. There's nothing stopping you doing that, but what I'm going to do is I want to turn it the other way, purely because I think that and you can cut it off if you want and stick the other thing up there, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to glue this down. I think by doing that it's going to give it some extra strength on this edge here, so I'm going to just do that. Yeah, before I forget, I know the question will come up. I am using 160 GSM paper. You know I'm not a fan of copy paper, so this is double the thickness of copy paper, and I think that is 60 pound weight in the US. All right, so we've got the edge like that now, which gives it a really nice firm edge, which I quite like. Okay, so we have got it all ready to go. How easy was that? So let's just have a look here and see what it is that we need to glue, because you can glue or you can stitch. I have stitched mine, but this one I'm going to glue. So what we want to do first of all, you've seen me just glue that one down, so that's that flap there. Now what we're going to do is we want to just glue this one here. So I'm going to just I'm always weary. I'm going to do it on this side so I know how far up to go, like that, and I'm going to just stick that down right over there like that. All right, so now we've got our pocket ready to go over there. Now all that we need to do is we need to just glue down this little line and this little line here, and it's going to be easier if I lift it up like that, and I can see on the fold line exactly where I need to run this glue. Oh, went a bit skew there. All right, so I've just done it on the fold line, as you can see. Okay, and over here, of course, as well. And I'm going to just do it on this last edge as well. Okay, so that's going to close up all the pockets that we need. So just press it flat. Oh, I've got some on the desk, that's okay. Just press it flat like that. Get your baby wipe. There we go. And now we've got all our pockets in play. All right, so that's fabulous. And how pretty is that? I'll definitely have to finish this one off. Now I've got another one in process so that I didn't have to stop the video or anything like that. Now you can see that's going to go like that, and how gorgeous is that going to look in your journal, whether you are going to use a paper clip just to keep it in there or whether you're going to stick it down. It's going to look so pretty. So this is an Amity Bloom page. These are the happy pages and one of the vintage wallpaper pages. I'll put the links below. All right, so that's what we've done there. So, and for the sake of saving time, I am going to now put this one aside, and I'm going to show you another piece of paper that I've used and I have already stitched around the edge. So if I open that up like that, you can see that I have stitched across there and up there. That's all I've done, and I just liked it. I've also distressed it. Now this is a beautiful page from one of my very favorite kits, in my top 2 or top 3 most definitely. This is from chapter 1. This is the Shabby Pink Floral kit. I had this one printed, and then I just went and printed this one on the other side, which is also from that kit. All right, so I did it upside down on this side. It was a misprint, but it worked out perfectly for me, because when I turned it round for the pocket, the writing was now the right way up. So you see, always keep these things. You never know when you're going to use them. All right, so that's what I've got there, and again, it's ready to go. Everything is in place and stuck down. So I'm just going to do a little decorating here quickly, just to show you how I did that with the others, and just so that we can have a little chat while I'm doing that. All right, so I've got a couple of the chapter 1 labels that I have got. I've just pulled out a few things here, and a couple of things that we might want to use. So just put that to the side. Oh, somebody keeps asking me about my lovely glue pin that I got for my glues. I got these from the lovely Audrey Harris. She has got an Etsy shop, and I'll put the link again below, called Crafty Audrey. So if you're wanting these, they are absolutely lovely, and they save me every time with this glue. Gorgeous pins, doesn't discolor my glue, and absolutely beautiful. I've got this one, and of course I've got the one with the lovely teapot over here as well, and I do stick it onto my this is my 3-in-1 beacon, and it works a charm. All right, so there we go, if you want any of those. All right, so let's get going with this. So I'm just going to use a little bit of my distress ink here. Got a couple of bits, as I said, and really this is the one that I wanted to discolor, just distress, I should say. Right, so we'll just do that. Now I thought I would stick this. Was it this one I wanted to stick in the front? I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick that one in the front. I've got a couple of others here, but I think I'll put those inside. It was a case of do that or do this. This one sort of blends in, and I like a bit of black there just to stand out a bit, so I thought I'd go with this one. So I'm going to stick that down. All right. I hope you guys are all being really well. Thank you so much for your support and encouragement as always. And for those of you that have bought the florals from my shop, that is so sweet of you. Thank you ever so much. I do appreciate it. You're most kind, you guys. You really are. Now I want to put a butterfly in here, but I'm not quite sure which one. I don't know if I want the softer one or the darker one. Or do I want a flower on there? I've cut a little flower out as well. We'll get to that in a minute, but I am going to put a little sentiment on here, I think. I've got this one, but it's not quite the right pink, I don't think. So I'm going to cut, I've got the little sentiments that I've used on all of these. These are from my very old Remington typewriter, and I've got these little sentiments and words in my shop as well. And I'm going to make more because I'm really loving these. I've always loved sentiments and quotes and things, so I think you can't go wrong with it. It just adds to it, especially with the black. Just brings it alive, I think. I don't think I want a small butterfly in here. I think I might just go with a lighter one. Let's put I think we'll come to that when we put the bits and pieces together here. So let's leave that one for the moment. I'm going to go to the inside now and stick down a couple of these other labels. As I said, these are all from chapter 1. It was the first thing I ever bought from them, and I really love using them. And then I've got another one as well from their label kit. So I'll try and put down the links for that. Now, I love the labels. It sort of does something to pockets, doesn't it? Got one of their stamps as well. So just a cute little stamp that sort of goes with the colors. I think it's like that. And I'm going to stick that down there. So let's do that quickly. Right. Okay. I am starting another little project that I'm going to share with you. I'm waiting for a few things so I can finish it off, and then you might be interested to see it. So I have got another little project going, which I'm quite excited about. Yeah, so that doesn't tell you much, does it? But yeah, I hope to share that with you next week. Hopefully everything arrives that I can you know, finish it off. So frustrating waiting on things. No, I think I'm going to look for a smaller butterfly, and there are butterflies there, so I think I'm going to put this one just in the middle. I've got all the pink butterflies I could find out, and I've got them in all the sizes. No, I'm going to stick a bit of a, so we'll have that there. I don't know if I want to use this or not. We'll just do a bit of this on the edges. This is from Grandma's Garden, I think, from Calico Collage. I mean, I've got all sorts going on my desk here. I really do. I'm not sure if I like that. I'm not sure. I might just put, yeah, I might just put that on there actually, and a little sentiment. I think I'm going to do that, just to change it up a bit. So yeah, what are you guys busy with at the moment? Anything fun? Oops, dropped the glue all over the place. Let's just wipe that off quickly. Although it does dry clear, it's all right. And then I'm going to put another sentiment just on the end here. Okie dokie. I've seen signs of spring, ladies. You'll be glad to know. The bulbs are starting to bloom. And my tree has, you know, I've got a beautiful tree outside that the birds all nest in and things. But I'm not convinced that it's spring because the tree is not showing signs of green shoots yet. So what I've decided is, and I was saying to my mum today, that until the tree has decided that it is spring, I don't think it's spring. So when my tree gets some green shoots, then I will believe that spring's come, because I'm still in a cardigan or a jumper, trying to keep warm, and the weather hasn't been warm, so I'm not convinced either. So I think the tree agrees with me. Yeah, so when I see those shoots appear, I'll be convinced. But yeah, I've still got the heating on, and usually at the end of March the heating's off, all in my house. But no, it's still nippy. And I took the dog for a walk this morning, and she almost wasn't so convinced herself. Abby's definitely a fair weather dog, definitely. Okay, that was close to the edge. We'll just bring that back a bit. Okay, so loving those sentiments. So that's beautiful. I'm loving all of that. Happy with that. And then we've got that bit here. Right, let's glue down this bit. So you want to glue on this edge here, and you want to just glue along the base here, just to the fold line, like that. And we're going to stick this down just like that. Now you can always put something to go out there if you want, like a flower or something like that, but I don't think I'm going to do that. But I did that with this one, where you've just got a piece coming out there, and I thought that looks so pretty. I love this one. This is my favorite. All right, so now all we want to do, we've got our pockets ready, we've got this all decorated up. How quick was this? I hope that you're going to enjoy it. I'm going to decide which butterfly in a minute. So let's just see once we've put everything in. So I've just got a few things here. I've taken the tags from the Shabby pink floral kit. I've made them 2 to a page, so they're small, half the size. All right, so I've got those, and I'm going to just slide these into the front here. And then I've got a stamp, which I made really big. So I've done funny things with the sizes. Now, if you're unsure how to work your printer, perhaps I need to do another video about how to work with your printables and get the most out of them. Because I do change sizes and things, and I will try and see if people are interested in me doing that one day. Now here are some of the tags, again from that same kit, and they are absolutely stunning, as you can see. Oh, and there's another one. So I've just backed this onto card. I've put in a very light pink seam binding bow there. All right, just like that, if I can get it right. It's not the best bow today, but anyway, that's going to go and slide in there like that in an angle. So that sort of just lifts it, and I like that. So now, do we want this butterfly? Quite like that one. Or do we want one that's a bit lighter? And that one sort of disappears. So I think I'm going to have this one. I think that sort of is the one I'm going to go with. So I'm going to just end up using that one. So you see, it always helps just to hold back if you're not sure until everything's in play, and then you can make the call. So we'll just put some glue on this one. Oops, that was almost out of my hands. And stick that down. So I think I'm going to just make sure it's not quite going over the edge in any way. We can go and put on a pearl. Let's go and do it. So I've got these little pearls. I love them. They're on my Amazon favorites list if you're interested. All right, so just put a bit of glue on there, and oops, drop that on there. Let's press that lightly. All right, so we've got our little tags and things over there. How beautiful is that? Pink, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Right, now we want to just open that up, and that is drying, so I'm quite mindful of that for the moment. Let's start over here. Well, no, it's not going to fall off. It's all right. Let's put that there. Okay, now I've got 2 of these. I'm going to take one of the paler ones. I haven't put any ribbons in these, so I'm going to keep this one quite flat. So that's going to go on that side, and then I thought I'd take this lacy one with this one over there, and I'm going to put that on this side over here like that. Now at some point I might put some kind of flatter bow or something by putting on something like that, which is pretty flat, but I didn't. I was running out of time today. All right, so that's what we have. You can stick in some smaller bits if you have them, which always look great. These can go a bit further down, and there you have another one of those pockets. A great addition to your journal, a lovely gift for Happy Mail. Look how flat that is, beautiful and flat. All right, so it's going to look gorgeous. And how quick was that? I think that was a really quick video. I think we half an hour and we're done. So there we go. We've got that beautiful one in pink from chapter 1, their papers. I'll link the link for that kit below. We've got this one without any digitals, where we've just used fussy cut flowers, sentiments, labels and butterflies. And then we've got this one, this one's actually my porch prints, and this is amongst the wildflowers, which we were working with last week, and I had this page over. So that's this one over here, also with some of the fussy cut flowers. All right, so there we have it. I hope that you've enjoyed that, everybody. That is really a quick project, and it took me no time at all to put these together. And I think you could make the bases at least in bulk with all those spare one-page digitals that you have, or just with tea-dyed paper and a few stencil bits and things and fussy cut flowers, and there you have it. Right, this is going to be able to be used in so many different ways. Go and make one, send it off to a friend, make their day. It's going to give you such a smile when they say thank you. All right, everybody, thank you as always. Love your support. If you haven't considered subscribing to my channel, please won't you press the subscribe button and the bell so that you get the notifications of the videos. I never normally mention that in my videos, but I thought I would, as I just remembered. And let me know what you think. And I look forward to seeing you guys. I'll be back with a video later on in the week. We'll be doing another envelope, I'm sure. So I'll see you then. So ta-ta, and have a great week. Bye-bye.